Okay, so a couple of months ago, almost a year ago, I posted the Team Fortress 2 Iceberg, part 1 at least. Now you'd think an hour-long Iceberg video would explain just about every single TF2 related thing you can think of. However, you'd be wrong, as a couple of days ago I stumbled across this iceberg on Reddit, made by the Dream Castle. And it had quite a bit of unique entries on it, so I asked you guys if I should do a part 2, and most of you said yes. So here we are. Now before we start, this iceberg had entries on it that were on part 1 and 2, so I blurred them out. So I won't be covering them. So anyway, let's take a deep dive into part 3 of the Team Fortress 2 Iceberg. Team Fortress 2 versus Overwatch. Okay, so for the three of you who don't know what Overwatch is a popular team-based shooter set in the mid-70s. While these two games could not look and seem more different, there are a couple of similarities, especially in characters. There's a sniper, a medic with a healing gun, a fast character, a buff Russian character with a large gun, and even a soldier whose name is literally Soldier 76, SEAL. So a couple of months ago, TF2 released an update that added SEALs to the game. No big deal, right? Well, no. The community went wild over this, and if you look at them, you can probably see why. Rocket jumping. Rocket jumping is a technique that players use when playing as soldier. What you do is that you aim your rocket launcher down at the ground, and then you jump, then fire your rocket, and it should send you in the air for a bit. Localization files. The localization files is the files that are used for text and dialogue in the game. It can also be used for translating text and dialogue into other languages. PHLog. PHLog is short for Philologist. I can never pronounce this weapon correctly, but anyway, it's a primary weapon for the pyro. There's nothing really too special about this weapon apart from the fact that if you perform a taunt, it will give you a crit boost. SFM/Gary's Mod. So Source Filmmaker is a free animation software used by Valve to create the Meet the Team videos as well as any other Team Fortress 2 related media. It has also been used by the community to make animations, which most of the time are either Team Fortress 2 or FNAF related. Then there's Gary's Mod, which isn't an animation software, but rather a game you can buy on Steam. Even though Gary's Mod is not an animation software, it can be used to make animation through stop motion or just installing a mod. These are usually called machinimas, and you may know some creators who make machinimas like Kitty0706, rest in peace, and ST_Black_ST. Emesis Blue. Emesis Blue is a full-length SFM horror movie following the medic, the spy, and the soldier, as well as a couple other characters that are there. The film is about corporate secrecy and what happens when you cheat death, and for an SFM animation? Wow. If you haven't watched Emesis Blue, please go watch it now. It's a really good film. Heavy is Dead. Heavy is Dead is a popular Gmod machinima made by Delac, and follows the spy trying to figure out who killed Heavy. Now it's an extremely weird machinima, and I recommend you go and watch it. If you can, because for some reason the video is age restricted. F2P. F2P is short for free to play and is a phrase often applied to players who haven't spent any money on cosmetics or weapons, basically just using the default weapons and characters. Engineer Gaming. So this is referring to two things. One is the channel Engineer Gaming, which despite only having 11 videos and not having posted in a year, has 51,000 subscribers. The second thing this is referring to is the meme Engineer Gaming, where it shows the engineer saying Engineer Gaming, then that weird gaming music starts playing. Lazy Purple. Lazy Purple is another popular Team Fortress 2 YouTuber. Pyrocynical Incident. So Pyrocynical is a popular gaming and commentary YouTuber. Anyway, one day Pyrocynical was playing Team Fortress 2 and he was caught with a less than Christian mod on his game. Unusuals. Unusuals is a type of item quality in Team Fortress 2 used for taunts, weapons, and cosmetics. Sex Inhale. Saxton Hale is a character in Team Fortress 2 we often see in promotional videos and the comics. He is a very Australian character. You thought the sniper was Australian? Just see this guy. Anyway, the reason this is most likely on the Iceberg is because TF2 recently added Versus Saxton Hale to the game, which previously was a community-made mod and wasn't official until the recent summer update. Trimping. Tripping is a technique that Demo is able to use if he has the ability to charge. He can charge, then turn in midair while charging and getting more speed while charging and killing a player fast. Solarlight. Solarlight is another popular TF2 YouTuber who primarily plays Demo. Golden Frying Pan. So for those of you who don't know, the frying pan is an item in Team Fortress 2 that you can only acquire by buying the game Left 4 Dead 2. So of course an item that forces you to buy an entire game would seem pretty rare, and for the most part it is. But there is a golden variant of the pan which is even rarer. In fact, there is only a 0.64% chance of you getting this rare pan. Taunt Kill. A taunt kill is a type of taunt that will kill other players. The most known taunt kill is the POW, which is performed by the heavy Sandwich Saga. The Sandwich Saga was a series of videos released by the voice actors of Team Fortress 2 in 2022. The series follows the voice actors playing the characters and going on an adventure to find a sandwich, then to find Medic as he later gets lost in the series. The series has most of the Team Fortress 2 characters, Scout, Soldier and Engineer aren't there. Soldier isn't present for obvious reasons, and I just ain't sure why Engineer and Scout aren't there. The voice actor of Scout actually has a YouTube channel where he says lines in his Scout voice.
Hey yo, cheers love, Cavalry's here, see ya!
So it would seem like he would love to be a part of the series, but he ain't there. Maybe the voice actors of Scout and Engineer just live far away or something? Burning Team Captain. The Burning Team Captain hat is the most expensive hat in Team Fortress 2, costing between $8,000 and $12,000. Imagine spending 12 grand for a virtual burning hat. Friendlies. So in Team Fortress 2, there exists a type of players known as friendlies. These players don't attack other players and simply exist to be friendly and make friends. Often friendlies will take the form of a crouching heavy, a spy crab, or a T-posing player. Flare jumping. Similar to rocket jumping, flare jumping is when a pyro uses his flare gun to get up to a somewhat high place. And it isn't as effective as rocket jumping is though. Spaghetti code. Spaghetti code is a term used to describe source code, often in Team Fortress 2, that is hard to describe or read. The Heavy Update. The Heavy Update was one of the biggest updates to TF2 ever, and it has also been memed in the Team Fortress 2 community about another heavy update coming out. Sentry jumping. Yeah, another technique used to get to high places, though this time it includes an engineer and a sentry. The engineer would need the Wrangler. Then you would need to shoot the rockets at yourself, and then right as the rockets are about to hit you, you jump and you'll go up somewhere high. Source code leak. So in 2020, someone hacked into Valve again and leaked some code from Valve's games such as CSGO and Team Fortress 2, of course. Weed Soldier. Weed Soldier is a popular meme in Team Fortress 2, which involves the soldier who looks to be under the influences of a bit of Integrity Farms products. Turbulence. Turbulence is a popular source filmmaker animation involving the Team Fortress 2 mercs fighting over each other in a commercial plane. PLR Hightower. PLR Hightower is an add-on for Team Fortress 2 that makes the tower in Hightower much, much higher. Mimi Sentry. This is just, oh my god, this just doesn't need an explanation. Game Banana skins. So I talked a bit about Game Banana in part 1, however I didn't mention that Game Banana also has mods which would allow you to change your Team Fortress 2 character. Big Slappy. No. Mario Kart. So there is a Mario Kart themed map that you can download in Team Fortress 2. You may actually recognize this map as it was the backdrop of the incredible Gmod machinima Team Fabulous 2. Arena Game Mode. Arena Game Mode was a game mode that was added in a heavy update. Red and blue will be pitted against each other, which sounds like normal Team Fortress 2, except there will be no respawning. Thriller Taunt. The Thriller Taunt is a taunt that replaces the default taunt during Team Fortress. It is obviously a parody of Michael Jackson's iconic dance moves in the music video Thriller. End of the Line Update. The End of the Line Update was an update that added a couple of new weapons and taunts. This update was actually based on the community-made SFM animation End of the Line. Putis. Putis is a meme in the Team Fortress 2 community that comes from the line Heavy says when requesting to put a dispenser down.
Put dispenser here!
It sounds like Heavy saying putis from put and dis, and thanks to his Russian accent, it sounds like he's saying putis. TR Walkway. TR Walkway is a community map that is exactly what the title says it is, a walkway. The map is commonly used to test aim or taunts or even running speed. 10th class. So what I think this entry is referring to is the civilian, which was meant to be the 10th class, however it was removed early in development. Pier's Disco Room. So in the map Pier, there's a hidden room which is a disco room. Nothing too special, it's just a nice Easter egg to those who find it. Lime Scout. A Lime Scout is a type of player who wears bright green cosmetics as Scout. Tip of the Hat. Tip of the Hat was a charity livestream hosted by Valve that would collect donations and send it to Camp One Step, which is a non-profit organization that sends kids with cancer to camp. Scout Face. The Scout Face is another popular meme in Team Fortress 2. It shows Scout pulling a pretty goofy looking face. Penis Cupcake. Penis Cupcake is a character from the TF2 Freaks, who is a monster version of Soldier, C-Tap. C-Tap is another strategy players, specifically soldiers, use. What they do is that right before they jump, they crouch, then rocket jump, and then it should give them an extra boost. P2W Cosmetics. So P2W stands for Play to Win, and some people think that there are cosmetics that can help players, get an advantage in the game, but I can't really find a good example of this. The only item I can think of is the Pyrovision goggles, which literally only change the design of the map, but maybe I'm missing something here. Hidden Stats. So in Team Fortress 2, there lies hidden stats for weapons, stuff like random crits, changes, and damages. Unusual Crate Glitch. So there's a glitch in the game where any weapon unlocked by a crate that should have been strange quality ends up being unusual quality. Bugged man vs machine upgrades. So there's some bugs that occur when you upgrade your weapon in man vs machine, such as the second upgrade of sentry firing speed, which doesn't change at all, and rocket jumping specialist, which isn't even worth it based on how bad it is. Minecraft map phase. So when Minecraft was blowing up in 2013, people decided to make Minecraft themed maps in Team Fortress 2. This didn't last forever though, as Minecraft would later kind of die, and people would stop playing these maps. TF2 wasn't the only game, however, as Gary's Mod went through a bigger Minecraft map phase at the time Minecraft was blowing up. Man vs Machine and map teasers. So in a couple of maps in Team Fortress 2, there are hidden secrets that show what the next man vs machine map would be. Grenades. Grenades were a cut weapon in TF2. Each character would have their own grenade which would fit their class. These grenades were cut, however, as the devs thought players would spam these grenades. Chess set. But believe it or not, but you can actually buy a Team Fortress 2 themed chessboard. Each piece has a certain character carved into it. Nail gun. The nail gun was a cut TF2 weapon. It was meant to be Scout's primary weapon, however it was cut. In fact, in the 2006 Orange Box trailer, you can see that Scout still has his nail gun. Third degree is an upgrade. The third degree is next for the pyro. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this entry is referring to. Maybe it is because the third grade will deal damage to any other player that is healing them, but I'm not sure. Team Roomba. Team Roomba is a TF2 YouTube channel. It is relatively unknown, only having around 15,000 subscribers, but actually has over 1 million views on their first 2 videos. However, they haven't posted in over 15 years, so what happened to them? Well, apparently they started getting a bad reputation and one of the more important members of the group left, which meant they couldn't continue making videos. Dura, Gifting Man from Gifting Land, Philatela. These are the names of rare hats that you can earn by either being the person that gifted the most things in one day, buying the most map stamps in one day, and being the person who dueled the most people in one day. Cult of Personality. Cult of Personality is an old source filmmaker animation series about the TF2 mercs, and FemScout's also there too. Achievement Turbo V14. So I discussed what achievement maps were in part 1, but just to refresh, an achievement map is a community-made map that will help you get a certain achievement. And the map Turbo V14 is a weird one to say the least. It can also help you out with building, not just getting an achievement. RD Asteroid. RD Asteroid is a robot destruction map. Hey there, this is Future Flaming Cow editing this video, and I'm just here to say that the voice enhancer that I used for these types of videos mucked up and it screwed up what I was supposed to say. So I'm just here to repeat what I was supposed to say in here. But what I was gonna say was that the map RD Asteroid was gonna be for a new game mode where you had to destroy the other team's robots, and whichever team would destroy the other team's robots first would win. And for some reason, Valve decided to scrap the map. PL Cactus Canyon. PL Cactus Canyon is a beta payload map, which, the map is very unfinished. And it's also very short. It would take like 2 minutes for the cart to reach to the other side, 5 minutes if the team was actually better than yours. CP Cloak. So far, I have covered some of the weirdest TF2 maps, but this one takes a cake. It's a really small control point room where for some reason the control point is being held up by pillars, and there's nothing in the room apart from the control point itself and the enemy spawn rooms. Then there are these weird windows on each side which shows giant deformed versions of the 9 classes just looking into the room. Weird. Coconut image. So in the files of Team Fortress 2, there lies a file for a strangely detailed coconut. Now you might just be thinking, it's just an asset for Source 2 or something like that. Well, according to one user on Reddit, he deleted the file and his game wouldn't start. So what exactly is going on here? Well, it may have something to do with Source spaghetti code that I mentioned earlier, as apparently the coconut holds important textures and code, similar to the cow cardboard cutout, which is important for running the game, which was something I got wrong in part 2. Microvolts. Microvolts is a Korean game about these anime figures things fighting each other, and it's a ripoff of Team Fortress 2. Purple Healing Glow. So what I think this entry is referring to is the fact that a disguised spy can be healed by either a blue or red medic, which the healing beam from the medic gun will create a purple glow. 9 horizontally spinning rats. This is another meme involving 9 rats spinning above a random class. Remix. Remix is a popular TF2 SFM animator who makes, well, very weird SFM animations.
Touch my bass, Rebecca. Touch my bass!
Level 3 Mini Sentry. So there's an exploit in TF2 where you can build a level 2 or 3 sentry with a gunslinger. For those of you who don't know, you can't have a level 2 or 3 sentry if you have the gunslinger. Painter Caramangler. So the cow mangler is a primary weapon for the soldier and cannot normally be painted. However, there was a glitch in the game that was later patched out that allows you to paint the gun. Unusual Sunbeams Max Head. So the Sunbeams Max Head is the rarest hat in Team Fortress 2. It is a hat of the character Max from Sam and Max. The reason why this is probably in the game was because of the game Poker Night in the Inventory, where Max appeared alongside Heavy. Bug Finder's Hat. The Finder's Fee is a cap for all classes that only can be obtained by finding a major game-breaking bug in the game. So you can imagine that only 9 players have this cap. Bleach. Alright, buckle up, because this one is a sad story. So there's a website called TF2 Center where you can play competitive matches with Team Fortress 2. Anyway, there's kind of an unwritten rule that in a 6v6 round you don't play as sniper, and one YouTuber named Vorobe, who I'm also getting the information of this entry from, would do that in a video. And in the video you can see a user named Bleach who was very upset about this. Now, Bleach was a very toxic TF2 player who would often say racial slurs and tell people to kill themselves. Bleach would also play TF2 a lot. I mean, a lot. Sometimes playing 9 hours in a game every day. Until the 13th of May 2022, where he would suddenly stop. So you may just think that he moved on, right? Well, no. You see, TF2 Center has an archive of all the in-game chat messages said by a certain user. And if you view Bleach's profile, we see that he said stuff like, "I am going to kill myself later today." Not only that, but his nickname was changed to Suicidal, and his profile picture was changed to a woman about to kill herself. Now, these messages were sent out on the 13th of May 2022, the same day he stopped playing TF2. Yeah. Now, before you say that he deserved it with him being a racist, toxic TF2 player, you do gotta remember that we don't know everything that was going on in his life at the time. Maybe him playing Team Fortress 2 for hours a day was a way of him coping with something that happened or was happening in his life. So yeah, that was the sad story of Bleach. Scout is a pedo. So there's a cosmetic item in Team Fortress 2 called the Track Terrorizer, and the description of this cosmetic is, for a brief stint in high school, Scout joined the track team in one of his many schemes to pick up girls. He was kicked off the team after 3 days when everyone realized he was 23 and also not enrolled at the school. Yeah, the only defenses I have of Scout here is that maybe because, Scout isn't the brightest mercenary, he didn't realize what he was doing was wrong. But then there's also the fact that the age of consent in New Mexico is 17, so maybe Scout was trying to hook up with a girl between 17 or 18? Or we have another EDP 445 situation here. Lost maps. So there have been many different maps that have been removed from Team Fortress 2. Some of these maps are TC Hydro, Doomsday, and the previously mentioned Cactus Canyon. JB Rothschild. So from the information I could find, JB Rothschild was a very unpopular jailbreak map that players hated so much that they wouldn't vote to play on the map. Naked Spy Model. So in official Valve animations like the Steam Link trailer and Meet the Spy, we see Spy without any clothes on. Now this has led to players searching for the model but have never been able to find it. And that was part 3 of the Team Fortress 2 Iceberg. Once again, if you haven't seen Team Fortress 2 Iceberg Part 1 and 2, go and watch them now. Those videos took me a long time, and this video has also been taking me a long time. So anyway, that's it. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye-bye.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in.